it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm getting into my Sephora Spring 2022 sale recommendations. I have a few new products, some classics, some semi-new products to talk about. I have makeup, skincare, hair care, body care picks. We're gonna get into it. This is one of the few times of year that I do shop at Sephora. Otherwise, I've been shopping at a lot of other retailers. So don't feel any pressure like you have to buy anything from Sephora. It's just a good place if you want to make a one-stop purchase, you want to stock up, or you just want to just change up your beauty a little bit. Especially now that we're into official springtime, you might want to pick up some new things. So let's get into the details of the sale first. So you guys are ready, filling up your cart, getting ready for the time that you can shop. So this is a Beauty Insider event. So you do have to be a Beauty Insider with Sephora. That means you have to register your name, email address, all that stuff. You don't have to make a purchase to be a Beauty Insider. So the bottom tier is just the insider status. The sale for you starts on April 7th through April 11th. I'm just confirming on the website here. So 7th through the 11th of April, you'll get 10% off your order. If you are a VIB member, which is the second tier, your sale starts on April 5th through the 11th. And then if you're a Rouge member, your sale starts on April 1st through the 11th and you get 20% off. So this is the, twice a year sale that everyone talks about. There's always tons of videos on Sephora sale recommendations. So in order to qualify for the second tier, VIB, this mid tier, you're going to spend at least $350 a year at Sephora to get that status. There's other benefits. I'm not going to get into all that. Rouge, you're going to have to spend $1,000 in a year to get those benefits and early access to the sale. In order to get the percentage off, according to your membership, you're going to use the code SAVESPRING, SAVESPRING. Save Spring. Also, 30% off the Sephora collection, April 1st through the 11th, same time period. There's no code needed. You get 30% off all Sephora collection products. Sephora has their own brand. That's what we're referring to. If you're Rouge, April 1st is coming up quick. So I wanted to get this video up and out there so you guys can think about what you want to put in your cart, possibly. My tips for the sale is think about purchasing brands where 20% off is the highest possible percentage off that you can get. So your high-end luxury brands that don't go on sale often are the ones that you really want to purchase during this time. Otherwise, there's many brands, if you go on their own individual websites, you can get more than 20% off, more than 15% off your purchase, especially if you're a first-time customer. And brands have their own sales throughout the year. So Sephora isn't like the best place to get money off. It's just convenient because a lot of brands are in one place. But sometimes brands drop off of the Sephora website. Some new ones come in. So they may not always carry your favorite products year in, year out. Also, Sephora's tiered reward system, and as far as like the best benefit is access to the sale, to be honest. Like, yes, you get points, you can cash them in to get money off, but the rewards program is just not really that great compared to Ulta, for example. You can earn like unlimited points and cash them in for dollars of various amounts any time of year. They have a lot of luxury brands now. Ulta has Chanel, Sephora doesn't. I mean, like the beauty retail landscape has changed quite a bit since Sephora first started, and I don't think they're really keeping up. I've also noticed the last time I did a Sephora recommendation video, not a lot of people were interested. So if you're still here watching, thank you. If you're still interested in purchasing from Sephora, that's great. But I can see why people aren't as interested because they don't have all the brands that are available now. I know for me personally, I only really shop at Sephora during these sales. Otherwise, I'm finding better deals elsewhere, and I'm also purchasing brands that just aren't available at Sephora, like Victoria Beckham, Junkay, all my fragrance I get elsewhere. They also don't carry every single product from a brand. They carry select things, most popular things, not necessarily like every single thing that you may want to pick up. So that's just another thing that, you know, you may not be aware of. Just a couple of things I wanted to note before I get into what I'm recommending. Also, a couple tips, just general tips for the sale. Like I said, compare prices. If you can get something that's a discount, a higher discount somewhere else, get it somewhere else. Really do your research. Focus on the brands that it's more difficult to get a percent, 20%, 15 or 10% off elsewhere. So those brands that come to mind are Tom Ford. Now, he does go on sale on other like large retail websites like Saks or Neiman Marcus. Sometimes you'll see some random products where you get some money off, or they'll do like gift card events or things like that where you can really buy any beauty product that's high end and get some money off that way. But I feel like Tom Ford is one of those brands where they're rarely having like beauty sales, okay? Another brand that comes to mind hair care wise is Beautay. That is another hair care brand that I know is excluded from sales on other websites that carry it. So Beautay is a very expensive hair care brand. I really like it. I like a lot of their products. It smells really good, that I do recommend. Kerastase is another one. Usually they do have sales like Kerastase hair products, but you usually have to spend like $100 to get 20% off. There's no minimum spend required for this sale, so that makes it a little bit more worth it. Dyson is another one a lot of people know about. I believe this is one of the few places you can get money off a Dyson hair dryer, curling iron, whatever, and 20% off if you get that, or 15% off. That's a huge discount, especially how pricey those appliances are. Also, any hair straighteners, anything that costs like a lot of money, 15 to 20% off is a good chunk that you may not be able to get elsewhere, but you need to do your research, of course. I know Charlotte Tilbury has sales, but if you just want to stock up on something, actually Natasha Denona might be a good brand to explore through this sale, because I feel like they will have sales on certain palettes, like a good discount, but not like a site-wide sale. I don't know that that happens that often with Natasha Denona. So this might be a good time to pick up the newest palette or a palette you've been meaning to get. So right now the new Natasha Denona pastel eyeshadow palette is in stock and it looks pretty. I don't think I'm gonna be picking it up. It's a little bit too, I don't want to say it's too colorful because I like wearing colors on my eyes, but there's like one neutral matte in the palette and that's it. And that just doesn't really appeal to me. I don't know that it's going to be a super usable palette for me, so I'm not going to pick that one up, but I'm still working on my cart. I'm not going to show my cart in too much detail. I'm just going to show you what products I have that I've used that I just want to share my thoughts on. So let's finally get into that. I've been like super chatty. I just wanted to give you some tips. I don't want to make you feel like you need to spend $500 in one go because there's a sale. Definitely not necessary, but I do want to point to some products that I've been liking. Unfortunately, I tried to check and make sure everything was in stock that I'm going to talk about. Unfortunately, no. I don't know if there's going to be a restock before the sale. I'm hoping so, but apologies. I only have so many products from Sephora I found, so I'm going to try my best to talk about things that maybe, you know, if you don't catch them in the sale, maybe they'll be on stock for the next one. So let's start with makeup. I have quite a few things in the makeup category from that you can get at Sephora. I didn't necessarily purchase everything from Sephora, but there are certain brands that you definitely can pick up. I'm talking about Dior, Tom Ford, as I said, Natasha Denona, Huda Beauty, Charlotte Tilbury, Giorgio Armani, Fenty Beauty, Danessa Myricks, Westman Atelier, Kosas. I think that's pretty much it for the makeup. I'm looking at my table here. So let's go into each kind of individual product. Let's start with complexion. The Dior Air Flash. This is a really kind of funny way. This is a funny foundation because it's like a spray bottle for your face. I do not spray it directly to my face, but this is one of my all-time favorite finishes. It's really just a nice perfected finish. Like, I love wearing this to weddings, special occasions. It just gives you that perfect, flawless finish. I'm a huge fan. Another classic foundation, the one I'm wearing today, is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. And I have the little mini size, and they do have this available at Sephora. I also have the Luminous Silk Concealer. This is the complementary concealer to it. I would say this is a medium coverage, very buildable, very natural looking concealer. It's not full coverage or cakey or chalky looking by any means. It's definitely on the medium to lighter side of terms of coverage. I think it looks really natural and I enjoy it. This is a body makeup product. This is like this is the Fenty Body Sauce in Pearl Swirl. This is a body illuminizing tint. This is the lightest shade. I use this today as cream bronzer. It's one of my favorite discoveries that a YouTuber pointed me towards, and it is not meant for the face. I use it on my face on occasion, and I really enjoy it. It's got this interesting texture, very interesting name. I think it's worth checking out, and if you already use like body illuminizing products anyway, double duty that you can use it on your face. It comes in a huge tube and it is available at Sephora, still in stock. This is One Size Beauty. This is a mini little setting powder that I've been trying. This is a translucent shade. This is the Ultimate Setting Powder. And this I've really been liking. It does kind of give you a nice, fresh, matte finish, but not too flat looking. I have really been enjoying this guy. For blush, I have on the Dior Rouge blush. Now this is the shade Charnel. I just checked right now. This shade is out of stock, but they do have other shades. I think it's a really pretty satiny formula. It's not super matte. This is a pretty peachy tone, even though online and in the pan a little bit, it looks a little bit brown, but I would say it's more of a kind of tan peach tone there. Really pretty blush. And I also use the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, the lighter one. I use the highlighter from this palette on my face. It's one of my favorite highlighters. This is the Star Glow highlighter, and I've been using this palette quite a bit since I got it around Christmas time, and it seems very boring, but it's super useful, and I still recommend it, even though this isn't new. Maybe you passed it up. I would say take another look. Think about what you have in your collection and see if this would be a good addition for you. Especially if you travel, maybe you get, I don't know, if you're like on the go person, like you go from work to the gym or gym to work and you want to put some makeup on, or maybe after you don't wear makeup and you want to put on a little something after work because you're going on a date, you're going out for drinks, and you need something that is small in your kit that you can carry around with you, that is just multi-purpose, super useful, all in one thing. You don't have to think about it. I recommend. Also has a nice mirror in case you don't have a mirror to access. Brows. Okay, so Anastasia Brow Freeze. I haven't used this as much as I thought I would, but I do like the way it makes my brow looks. It's just an extra step for me before I like color in my brows because they are pretty wimpy. But this Brow Freeze definitely gets the hairs moving in an upward direction. I think it is very flattering. It's not going to give you a super laminated look, but I do like the product. The Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in Taupe. This is finally back in stock on Sephora right now. I believe there's one shade that's out of stock, but there's 2 other colors, and taupe is one of them. This is one of my favorite brow products. It's really expensive, so I definitely want to get 20% off, and I definitely want to restock on this because it has been out of stock at many retailers for a long time. And so I want to pick up another one while I can, because a lot of people thought, oh, maybe they're discontinuing it. What's going on with the brow product? Why isn't it restocking? So happy that this is back in stock. So pick it up if you guys like this one. It's not only gives you color quickly, kind of a nice thick brow, but it's stiff enough to give you some hold, and the brow the little applicator on it is perfect. It's just everything kind of aligns with this one. So I recommend it, and if you're blonde, I would go with taupe, even though you may think it's a little dark. Okay, on to eyeshadow. I have quite a bit of eyeshadow, of course. I love eyeshadow. Quads, let's talk about the Tom Ford. This is the new Cream Queller Quad in Rose Topaz. Of course, right now this is the one that's sold out, but this is the one that I picked up. I think a lot of people are loving it because of this pretty shiny shade, which I have on my lids right now. It's kind of a topper shade. There's not a lot of color behind it, but it's really like subtly sparkly. It's really pretty. Also, these colors are really wearable. The cream formula is really nice. These are the most creamy feeling. These are less creamy feeling, but I don't know. I don't know if they're all considered creams, but they kind of feel that way. These definitely do. But this gives you a pretty neutral eye, and you can easily smoke it up with this dark color. I think this is a good palette. I would recommend, but the other palettes look pretty as well. Hopefully this comes back in stock during the sale. Another little quint quad type of deal. This is from Dior. This is not a new quad. This is a classic by now. It came out in the last couple years. They redid their 5-color couture palettes. This is a new formula, 669 soft cashmere. If you like a cool tone look, this shade is stunning. You have a little bit of glitter sparkle in here. Very deep tones. This is a very, like, to me, date night sexy palette. On to the last true palette I have to show you. This came out late last year, Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. These like purple mauve tones I have on my eye, and like some of the glitter along the lash line, I used on my eyes today. So I'm still loving this palette. I need to reach for it a little bit more often, and even though you might think, oh, this is not new, why would I buy it? You know, I passed up on it for a reason. Well, it is springtime now, so you may be into a little bit of these purple pastel moments going on here, and the shine on these shimmery shades is stunning. I still suggest picking it up. It's still a really good palette in my opinion. So if you missed it the first time, consider picking this one up again. You might want some of these shades for springtime. Okay, so on to individual eyeshadows here. I have a couple different brands. Let's start with the Westman Atelier iPods. I think I mixed up these 2 iPods. So I have the Le Jour's iPod and the Rendezvous. So they come with 3 individual eyeshadows. Our Clean Beauty eyeshadows, they're a little bit of a different texture, a little bit more effort to get to work, but some of the shades in these pods are really pretty. And if Clean Beauty is a priority for you, these seem really expensive, but the colors, the nuance that that Westman Atelier has come up with, I think honestly you're going to get a lot of use out of the Le Jour pod. This would be my pick over the Rendezvous. Even the Rendezvous has some cool shades in it. This trio, I think you're going to get so much use out of. They're just really pretty, but you do have to practice with them a little bit because they have kind of a bouncy, moussey texture that is just very different than a regular powder eyeshadow. But they're really pretty, really wearable. They're magnetic. I mean, the packaging is really cool. So that's Le Jour, and then the Rendezvous also has some, you know, pinky kind of golden shade in there. The main shade I would want to show you, of course, is this green shade Bon Chance. This is an olivey, kind of grungy green shade that makes this palette stand out. If that is your vibe, maybe this little trio might be your thing over Le Jour's. But I mean, excellent quality and packaging. You know, I don't love everything from Westman Atelier, but I do love the iPods. Okay, a couple more individual shadows. These are cream formulas, and these are both from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the Eyes to Mesmerize. These are the shimmer formula, not the matte. I did not pick up the matte because a lot of people hated those. But these are the old school, kind of really creamy, beautiful, shimmery, multi-dimensional sort of shades. This is Rose Gold and Oyster Pearl. If I had to pick between the two, I would pick Oyster Pearl because it's such a stunning shade. The Rose Gold is a little bit light. These are just so unbelievably creamy. You know, Rose Gold's pretty. It does disappear on my skin a little bit on the eyelid just by itself. Whereas Oyster Pearl, it's a little bit deeper, and I can use as a one and done eyeshadow shade. And it's got some nuance to it. It's not like a flat one-dimensional color. So I really like Oyster Pearl, and I've mentioned that one in several videos. Even though these are not new products, they have not dried out in the slightest bit. They're super creamy. Love this formula for a cream eyeshadow. You get plenty of product. I know these are expensive, but if you pick up a shade you're going to use a lot, it's going to be well worth it. More cream shadows. These are a bit more of an artistic product, so if you want to have a little bit of fun. Domestic Myricks has these Color Fix, I don't know, multi-purpose cream products. You can use them on the eyes, lips, and cheeks. She's got different formulas. This one is the cream, and this one is the foil. I have Romance in the cream and Venus in the foil. Now, I found the foil not to be super waterproof, but the cream one I did. So you can put this anywhere, although to me not all the shades really are meant for everywhere. But, you know, you can do whatever you want. These are like long lasting, like really good wear time on these. If you have creasing issues or you just want to do something fun with like a paint-like product like this, these are really nice. They have other finishes like a gloss, a matte, like all different kinds of things you can do with these. These are like $18 a piece. I think Danessa Myricks makeup is just a lot of fun, and it's always different. So recommend those. So this is another eyebrow product that I forgot to mention with the other stuff there. This is the Kosas Airbrow, and it is a clean beauty brand. This is also in taupe. This one didn't quite align with the quality of the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel, but it was decent enough that I used it quite a bit. So I think it's almost there. You know, I can't give it the top rating, but it might be something worth checking out for you guys. Lip products, I don't have like too many lippies to talk about from Sephora. This one, I'm really surprised. The Dior Lip Glow Oil, every shade is sold out on Sephora, which I'm like, what happened? This is the number 10 Hollow Pink shade. I would definitely pick up another one that doesn't have all the glitter in it because I love the formula and the huge applicator, but they're all sold out. So I wasn't gonna mention it, but I'm just very surprised by that. Also, stock up on the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, or whatever shade you like from the Charlotte Tilbury brand. I think her lip liners are really good. She does lips really well. So I would pick up the Lip Cheat if you guys haven't yet. I think that's it for makeup. I'm gonna switch gears quickly to fragrance for just a second. Only have so many fragrances that you can get from Sephora. It can be somewhat challenging depending on what kind of fragrance you like or what brand you like to get fragrance. It can be challenging to get fragrances at a discount. And Sephora has quite a bit of fragrances and, you know, designer celebrity fragrances, if that's your thing. They have a lot, so it's a good time to buy. I mean, give a gift, whatever. I like the Tom Ford travel sprays, and I have the Tobacco Vanille one. And this is $65 if you can get 25% off. This is an amazing kind of gourmand fragrance. It's really strong though. It's long lasting. There's also the Lost Cherry, like a cherry tart baked good. It's not my favorite fragrance, but I have the little travel size of this. I mean, I love Tom Ford fragrances in general. Also, Jo Malone is another popular brand at Sephora. I have the Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Small little guy here. I consider anything from Jo Malone kind of a layerable fragrance because her fragrances are so light. So I would put this first and then put something else on top of it, and adds a little bit more of a dimension. Fragrance is something that's very personal. I definitely suggest going in store and trying out the Jo Malone or any fragrance really. But it is a big investment. You want to make sure you like it. Maybe get a little sample or something to wear out, to try out before you buy. But that's kind of it on the, and then I also have a couple of Maison Margiela replica fragrances. I have By the Fireplace and Jazz Club. Probably one of my favorites from the brand. But more fall time, kind of smokier fragrances. And that's it for makeup and fragrance. Let's jump into skincare. Just have a few things I want to mention. I actually get most of my skincare elsewhere, from boutique brands, from Skin Store, Derm Store, from spa websites, clinics, things like that. That's where I get most of my skincare. And it's not something I am regularly purchasing all the time because I'm trying to use the stuff that I have. Buying new stuff doesn't quite make sense if I'm not ready to use it. But there are a few things that I am using right now that you can get at Sephora that I definitely want to recommend. Clinique Take the Day Off. This is my eye makeup, lip makeup remover that I've been using forever. This is a large 6.7 fluid ounce, 200 milliliter size. You can get it at Sephora. Good time to stock up. This is a vitamin C serum that I've been currently using. Summer Fridays CC Me serum. This is 1 ounce. I've been really enjoying it. I haven't felt too much sensitivity from it, and I feel like it does a decent job of maintaining my skin from getting too pigmented. Then I have an essence. This is from Sulbusu, the First Care Activating Serum. This is the 60 milliliter size. They have a larger size and a smaller one. This is the one right in the middle. It's an expensive product, but really nice, comforting stuff that I really like to put on my skin in the mornings after I wash my face. I will put on the CC serum and then follow up with this guy. It smells good, very herbal. It absorbs really quickly, so I really enjoy this one. This is something I haven't bought the full size of, but I've used a couple samples of, and I actually really enjoy the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. That is a mouthful. This is a really, if you like kind of a gel-like moisturizing texture, you know, you don't like a cream, this is almost like a gel primer hybrid. I think it does a really good job of being lightweight but really hydrating. So I am a fan of this guy if you guys want to try something new. And then sunscreen, I haven't used this too much, but we are getting into spring. You're probably going to be outdoors a little bit more, so I wanted to encourage you to get a sunscreen. It doesn't have to be from Sephora, But if you want to get something that's really elegant, really nice under makeup, you might want to try the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen. This has an SPF 40. It's water and sweat resistant for 40 minutes. The only thing with it, this is a little baby travel size. The only thing with this that I wish it had SPF 50 at least. It's not super high, but it's better than nothing. But I do think it is pretty nice under makeup, and it's a true clear sunscreen. All right, let's get on to a couple of body products really quick. This is more like an update. I've mentioned these products before, but I think I got this one in the last sale, maybe. This is the Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright Cream. So this is the like exfoliating AHA vitamin C cream. And they have a new cream out, brand new. It's the pink one, and it's like collagen firming type of cream, I think. I was tempted, but then I remembered their lotions are very expensive. It's good to get a discount, but I don't know that these are quite worth it besides just hydrating your skin. Like, I don't see much of a result in terms of exfoliating, and I'm almost out of it. So I don't really think it works that well in terms of like making my legs smoother, getting rid of like ingrown hairs and those kinds of issues. It's not really that strong of a lotion to take care of the things I want it to take care of. So I don't know. I don't know that I want to spend too much money on my lotions. You know, you can only expect so much to happen with them. But another one that's really hydrating, really good for winter skin if you have that kind of dry, ashy issue all year long. This is the Fenty Skin Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream. I've been loving this. I'm trying to sparingly use it, not every night. It's really nice. It's easy to spread. It's thick. It smells good. I think this is a really nice lotion. On to hair care. I always have lots of hair care recommendations, you guys. And honestly, my favorite luxury brands are all available at Sephora for hair care. I mentioned Oribe earlier, and these are my probably top 2 recommendations from the brand. This is the Oribe Gold Lust Restoring Shampoo. This is my favorite shampoo of all the shampoos I try from Oribe. They all have the same scent, but I like the way this one makes my hair feel. This is the shampoo I use when I just want to make sure my hair is clean from roots to ends. It doesn't do anything super special, but what I like about it is it cleans, but it doesn't strip my hair. This little guy is a leave-in product, and it's a purple toning leave-in product. And that is the key, is that it's leave-in and you don't just rinse it out. So it's always toning. For the parts of my hair that are more platinum and cooler, I want to make sure they don't turn yellow prematurely. So this leave-in product, not only does it give heat protection, it tones my hair all the time. It's small, it's pricey, but it's well worth it. It's going to last you longer than you think. And it's a priming serum. It's the bright blonde one. And I've been really loving this. I already have restocked it, so I'm not going to get another one just yet. Speaking of shampoos, this is a purple toning shampoo that I love, the Kerastase Bane Ultraviolet. This is from their Blonde Absolute collection. I really recommend the purple collection if you have blonde hair, and I like the toning shampoo. Conditioner. I've tried a lot of conditioners from Kerastase. This is the Cica Flash Blonde Absolute. It makes my hair feel so soft. Super good. It does have a little bit of a purple tint to it. I don't really think it does much in terms of toning, but I just like the way it makes my hair feel. This is another leave-in product, another heat protection product. It does a little bit of toning. You can see it's a light purple color, but I think it's worth a try. As I said, I do like everything from the Blonde Absolute collection pretty much. It does kind of make your hair soft if you're going to blow out your hair or do any heat styling. You want something to protect your hair from the elements. I recommend a good leave-in. Last but not least, a hair mask. Of course, if you have blonde hair, I do recommend Let's Keep On Toning. This is a deep purple toning mask from Christoph Robin. This is the shade variation mask in baby blonde. And this guy, what makes it great is not only does it tone your hair, it makes your hair feel soft. It doesn't dry it out. It does double duty. It does, you know, hydration plus toning well. And it smells really good. So I really enjoy this. I've purchased this multiple times. All right, I think that's it for all the stuff in front of me. All my recommendations. Again, apologies that everything isn't in stock. Hopefully things will get restocked, or eventually you'll have these in the back of your mind when you're making your purchases in a future sale. I do want to end this video by saying I do have a lot of gripes, complaints about Sephora's reward program. It could be better. The brands could be better. I mean, I think there's a reason why certain brands don't make deals with Sephora, because I think they have a lot of demands, and they require basically most things to be able to go on sale. I just want to say, like, Sephora, the brands that I love, I want you to have, but you don't, but that's okay. I mean, Junkay, it would be nice if I could shop the sale. Chanel, I mean, imagine getting 20% off Chanel. I would definitely buy all the things I've always wanted to try. Victoria Beckham, that's another huge brand that I would love to see at Sephora, just because they do not have sales very often. Anyway, Sephora, you could be better. Your rewards program could be improved. I'm sure your sales are not the same as they used to be, so please make some changes. I mean, I was looking on the Sephora site, just browsing through new stuff, and they've expanded into like a lot of vitamins, which is interesting. Also, vibrators are now sold online at Sephora, so I think they're going in an interesting direction. I don't know. I feel like Sephora needs to do something to make them stand out, and I don't quite know what that should be. But let me know your thoughts on this Sephora sale, Sephora in general, whatever you want to comment about, please do so below. And if you have an idea of what you would like me to try, what you want me to pick up that's new that I can purchase at Sephora, that will help me fill up my cart. Please comment below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.